So I delivered my load on 24th of March. So 25 was day 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So today is day 11. Now 3 more days and I can go for my random drug test, because they don't want to deal with people who've been in US in the past 2 weeks. Or I can wait till I'm in the States and do the test there, but that's what, it's required for DOT, but now everything is suspended. So yeah, in the morning I use my t-shirt ninja style. Went inside, get some hot water. Like, very happy that I bought this cup. They still allow the use of your own mug if you're just getting hot water, but if you're buying coffee or tea, like using their supplies, they wanted to use a new cup every time. But this one stays hot for a very long time. I think it's so big. It's like, it's probably, I don't know, 24 ounces, maybe even more. I think it's more. And I'm drinking my herbal tea, and I've been binge watching. Like, what do you do, right? In the mode of self-destruction, you either watch news, and I thought, okay, I'll just gonna dip in, see what's new, and right away you get into all these news conferences, and so yeah, people are dying. We have not reached the peak yet, so everything is bad, son of a, so shut down. Okay, then I start watching, binge watching. The most popular topic nowadays is DIY masks, right? And a friend I did not know I had, but evidently he was watching my YouTube movies, by the name of Howard, just volunteered to drop off some masks, surgical masks. And so I tried to use this flimsy contraption, and I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Like, first of all, it's so thin, and I just got 100 of these at a cost of $200 Canadian, 140 US. And Howard says, hey, he paid $50 for a box of 50. But you look at them, and they're like you have holes in here, and they keep, I started walking towards the store just to see how it sits on the face, and it starts rising like this, and you have to keep pulling at it, which of course defeats the whole point of having a mask, because you don't want to touch your face, right? And that's why I was watching all these videos, and especially with and there's so many people, there's so many creative people right online in the States and Canada, and they all post these free videos. And I like the one with there was a girl with a red bandana. Basically, of course, bandana is a fancy word for a big kerchief, right? Square of a material. And because I don't want to, I don't have a sewing machine or anything like that, right? And so she's showing how to do a reusable, rewashable mask out of a bandana, kind of like what bikers wear, And all it needs is just 2 rubber bands. Unfortunately, I don't have those either. And basically, the way you fold it, then when you pull it on your face, the rubber bands stay in place because of the pressure on your face. Like, you don't need to use any needles, nothing. But I was looking at my first aid kit, and I have something like this, which are true absorb sponges, right? And they're clean inside. They're sterile because they're for, like I injured my my leg when I was unloading, and so I use these, put some medicine on them and put them on the injury. And so they're approximately like a square, I don't know, 4 inches, you know. And I thought maybe I can use these as an additional filter. And then I saw a video about somebody was saying super good things about shop towels. You know, those blue towels made out of thick material. Turns out those are much better than regular cotton. And so a freight broker, like, you know, in these hot times normally you don't see this, but now, like, people from both sides of the dividing line, you know, people that usually hate each other, truckers and brokers, somehow they're able to cooperate. And so this freight broker, you know, in Alberta volunteered to bring me some supplies, and of course we agreed that I'll pay him. I'll pay him, but he lives like 1 hour away, and so he says download, activate, because I already had it. I didn't even know. Download, activate Duo, Google Duo, D-U-O, Duo, which turns out is video calling app, right? And he was in the store, and I sent him a list by email, and he was in the store and he was using this. Okay, Sergey, you see this? Okay, you like this? How about this? You like this? It was so cool. This is my first experience using Duo video calling app when a freight broker is buying supplies for his buddy trucker, you know. And so now I'm expecting him, and so that's why I set up the scam, because I'm thinking we're gonna, like, of course he wants to stay away from me because he has 3 kids, and his wife was like super specific, because normally I would go to his house when I'm here and, you know, spend some time. I go to a restaurant together, but his wife was super specific. He's been in the States, that's it, no contact. And so I'm thinking about the logistics. How do we, you know, unload, reload the groceries? And I thought, okay, I'll put a camera here and I'm gonna open this window. Like, this whole door opens, right? Like an emergency exit. And then I'll go 6 feet away or 2 meters away and let him load all this stuff, and then I'll sanitize it with something like that, you know, and with ease, with wipes, because you never know where those bags have been. But while we are waiting for those much needed supplies, one more thing I found in my first aid kit is this thing. And basically what this is for, this is when you kind of like injure your arm or something, right? It's like a band to, you know, to hold your arm, you know, in a sling, kind of, yeah, a sling. But the way it's designed, you know, it's pretty perfect, kind of like to use like this, you know. And I do prefer to tie things down behind my head. It's just makes it, you know, better. And this is cotton, but it's like very, you know, it's not very thick. And so Rob is bringing me, I asked him, I said, can you look for these shop towels? And he sent me a video message. Turns out you can do that with this Duo as well. You know, you can, if somebody's not available, you can record them a message and send it as a video message. So this technology really helps, you know. And so now I'm thinking I'm gonna do this, because of course I have these, but I mean, I only have 5 of them, and I already used this one like one day, but I just went in for 5 minutes. But they're so flimsy, I don't like them at all, you know. With the holes in here, like, what's the point? But I'm thinking, I'll show you later my kind of like design, because I don't have a bandanas, I don't have a scarf, but this is all I got. And so I'm gonna use the shop towel. I'm gonna detach like a size like that from a shop towel, and just put it in here, and then put it on my face, you know. And they say the shop towel is much better than actually cotton. And then I can you know, sanitize this we'll wash it or whatever, right? And just throw out that shop towel portion, which will be like a filter, you know. So that's what I'm thinking. So, and I was looking at Amazon, just even like trying to find some rubber bands. First of all, I don't know what size they have to be. Like they all show in the video, it looks like the same size, but I have no idea what size is that, because there's like 3 or 4, sorry, or 5 sizes. And all deliveries, as you might know, Amazon, I've been checking, Amazon Canada, Amazon US, there's everything is delayed because they say we are shipping like the kind of like emergency supplies first. And I checked anything, like even some stupid, I don't know, like a pencil. And today is what today is? April 4th, right? It says even like something like pencil or pen or whatever, it'll say estimated delivery time April 30th, May 21st. So everything is delayed by like 1 month. The good news is that I placed an order in UK, out of all places. They came up with a new design. Not new design, it's a new fabric. It's a new synthetic fabric, which something like virus shield or something, but it was specifically designed to protect against viruses. So it's kind of like a, it looks like a bandana basically, and you put, it's very like fashionable looking. It's like white, you know, no patterns, and it's washable, it's reusable, it has a like a super great filtering capacity. And I just got a message, I thought it would take forever. No, it says your order has been shipped, or as they said, dispatched. Your order has been dispatched from UK. And of course I give them my home address in Cambridge in Ontario, and so those 3 masks are coming. I bought 3 because I thought maybe I'll send one to my brother, but I'm pretty sure over there they have lots of options. You know, he lives in Moscow, Russia, big city, so he says lots of people are now, you can buy them anywhere, all these, you know, homemade masks, or even like fashion. He says all the fashion houses there, or stores, they start selling all this stuff. But I bought just 3 just in case, you know, in case he needs one, so I can send it to him. But it just takes forever, right? So it'll probably take like 2 weeks from UK to come here. But and then also, so I have the gloves, right? I haven't even opened them yet because, you know, if you use it, then you have to throw it away. So when I go inside the truck stop, I stop at the pumps, at the gas pumps. They have gas pumps over there, and they have paper towels. You know how when you gas your car, there's a paper towel in case you know, your hands get dirty. And so I grab a piece of that and I use that to open the door, because at this truck stop the door is like this, so you have to pull it, you know. Oh, I think my body rub is here in the minivan. Alright, hold on. No, he's afraid. I said, can you put him inside? I'll step out and you put him inside. He's afraid. He says, no, I'll put him in the middle. Oh boy. People are scared. Everybody's scared. Okay, we're gonna put this stupid thing. What is that you're using? Is that like a bandana or something?
It's just a neck warmer for when you go outside in the cold.
Yeah, you see what? I'm gonna use those shop towel.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put a piece, and I'm gonna be using this.
Oh yeah.
So I guess the only thing I found, it's in my first aid kit. And then I can put a piece of that shop towel. See, like this? Push it like this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, then I can change those, throw them away. how far, just say hello to my subscribers. So this guy, like I said, in these difficult times, normally you don't see freight brokers fraternizing with truckers, but this particular broker decided to show some mercy on the elderly, and he's bringing us some much needed supplies. How long did it take you to get here?
1 hour 20 minutes.
Wow. So that's more than 100 kilometers, right?
Yeah. 117 kilometers.
Oh wow.
This bag has a smell it has a special treat for you.
Okay. So is that all? You got 3 bags? Yeah, I feel like we're doing like we're exchanging something in space. And Rob put the bags on the ground, but he wiped them off. But now that dirt will be in my truck, right? So that's it. Good.
Yeah, it's like the easiest way you take them. Banana. Yep. And you fold it and you put the rubber bands in there and don't need to throw anything. Yeah. Just stays in place. Yeah. And then you wait. Okay. You can put a fuel in there too, you know. So if you happen to you can go inside and put your stuff away. Smell that the wet stuff. It smells good. You see, it's a special treat made only with it. What is that? Garlic sausage, pepperoni, and what's that called? Beef jerky. But beef jerky like you've never tried before. Oh, cool. Once you taste it, you'll be like, wow.
All right, thank you.
You also happen to put it in your $35 cup, and I'll put mine in my coffee tumbler. It's got in the back of the trailer on opposite sides. Glasses in that yellow bag. One, be careful. One is plastic, one is not.
All right. See, this is so useful during emergencies, right? I did not have this when I had my Mac. lots of food now. Something extra. I asked Rob to bring me some disposable. Those, you know, those Chinese noodles. I know they're not good for you, but in case of an emergency, all we need is hot water. Oh, and water. I got lots of water. I still have another one in there. So, but you see how ridiculous this mask is? Like you're moving, and so it keeps moving as well. So it's no good. So that's why I think he brought me the towel. Yeah, that shop towel. I'm just gonna be using this and just put inside the that thing, you know, use it as a filter. Yep, that's why they say in Russia, не имей 100 рублей, а имей 100 друзей. Not sure how that translates into English. Probably 100 friends is better than 100 rubles or $100. So a guy, a freight broker, this is really a freight broker, drove 100 miles from his house to bring supplies to a trucker. You know, that's just how crazy these times are, because you would never see that happening in peaceful times, right? But of course I'm kidding. I knew Rob a long time. He's been following my YouTube channel for a while, and the way I met him was kind of funny. I was in Alberta, and he lives near Edmonton. And I was in Alberta, and when I was doing a video, I mentioned the truck stop where I was staying, and turns out he lives right next to that Flying J or something. And as I was fueling on the next morning, he showed up. Hey, you Sergey, right? Hey, I watch your videos. And so that was like, I forgot, 5-6 years ago, when I think I was with Landstar. Yeah, pulling a step deck, I think. Yeah, I had a step deck, then flatbed, right? Then. So anyway, I was talking to him about, like, why are the rates so low? And he gave me a good idea. He says it's because yeah, that's what I see, you know. Like, I thought that the rates should start climbing because I thought a lot of truckers would be afraid to work now and would sit at home. But then I keep seeing like loads are getting cheaper and cheaper, even for specialized stuff like what I'm doing, right? And then he says, of course, why, you know, it's supply and demand, right? So if the price, if the rate on loads is going down, it's because there's too many trucks and not enough loads, you know. So they know that eventually somebody will do it. And yeah, there's a load, right? So like that load, I think I mentioned before, the guy has a 100,000 pound excavator going allegedly 700 miles, but the real life miles are 1,000, and the guy posted it for 4,500 US. And then finally 1 week later, of course nobody's touching that stupid load, 100,000 pounds, $4.5 a mile US. And it goes into Tacoma, Washington. Like, you have to be totally nuts now to go into Tacoma, Washington, right? Because it's so much safer in Canada. And so he was telling me, and so yeah, those guys, they raised the price to 5,000. They left. He said he left something on my passenger door. Oh. Cool. This is the first time I see a hand sanitizer in the past 3 weeks. I was checking stores, I could not find them anywhere. So basically for this, I can probably put it on Kijiji now and resell it for, I don't know, $25. And I'll make some money for fuel. See, the truck stop is empty, so he was parked over here and we were talking like 10 meters away. Because I guess his wife gave him very specific instructions, because they have kids and, you know, because they know I've been in the States. Thanks, Rob. What is called? Germs Be Gone hand sanitizer. Germs Be Gone. And so yeah, so those guys raised the rate to 5K, which is still ridiculous for this kind of you know, weight, because the permits would cost a lot of money. And I sent them a quote. I said, okay, here's what I need if you guys want me to do this, which of course they never raised the rate past that. And so that's what's happening. So most loads are super cheap, and when I was telling Rob that, you know, maybe I should head back home, because at least there I'm getting these 3 fancy masks from UK, some special super virus killer fabric, something new, like new engineered fabric specifically for the to keep all viruses and bacteria. And then he says, how much will it cost you to get back home? And I said, roughly $1,000 in fuel. And of course it would take me a week to drive down there, because it's about 2,300 miles. And he says, well, I don't think, you know, Ontario is any better, because actually in Ontario, Alberta now has about 1,600 cases, and Ontario has double that, like about 3,200. And Quebec has over 6,000. Those crazy people over there, they all crowded, you know, too many people on a small piece of land. And the safest place right now to be is Manitoba, which is Saskatchewan is next to the east province, and east of Saskatchewan is Manitoba. Manitoba only has like 82 cases, because they have 2 people per 20 square kilometers over there. And I was just joking. I said, you know what, I'll just drive to Manitoba and shut down there. And so he says, hey, your mailbox, they did it before for you, right? So they can package everything that you have in your mailbox and ship it to wherever you are. So I don't have to actually drive to Cambridge to pick up my mail, because that's just ridiculous, you know, spending $1,000. And so basically, yeah, so I guess I'm staying here. I'm staying here till I get some kind of a load, you know. And then when I know my location, I can, well, once these masks arrive over there, I can ask them to, you know, ship them to me. But for now, I got, you know, I got lots of food. I got gloves. Right now, he bought me the shop towels. He even brought me a roll of toilet paper. So now all I need to do is just, of course, I want to pay him back. And he brought me some souvenirs, some kind of like a Polish homemade sausage, like kielbasa, you know, something spicy. I like that. And I said, how much do I owe you? He says, oh, the receipt is in one of the bags. He says the stuff that, like the the gifts, he says, that's on me. He says, just if you pay me for the groceries, that's cool. And so I'm just gonna find that and send him money by Interac or PayPal, and we're good. So see, that's what's happening. That's what's happening during these critical times, that people from two opposite camps in the transportation industry start, you know, reach out. And of course somebody else, like, who was this guy, right? Who was this guy? This guy Howard. I'm just assuming he's watching my videos. He just dropped off these masks for free. I tried to offer him money. He said no, we're good. So that's what's happening. So at least it's getting warmer. It was super cold. It was like 0 F, minus 19 Celsius. But it's getting warmer, so next week it should be okay. And you see, that's the view from my windshield, right? So that's the truck stop over there. That's where I go in the morning to, you know, use the washrooms, brush my teeth, and get some hot water. And those are excavators in the distance. And that's the view. It's all fields. And Red D, Alberta, over there, that's Highway 2 in the distance, and that's north. So Red D, Alberta is that way, and Calgary is south, and US is basically, I'm about probably 3 hours north of US border. So that's it. That's my weekend update, boys and girls. So be safe, stay away from everybody, and we'll catch you in the next one.